Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal tarot reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And if you are not signed up to the Winter Solstice Alignment Activation Session, you are going to miss out. You better get your space soon. With that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for you. What is your destiny card for Libra? This week you get you got the Temperance card, right? So this is about you finding that thing that Librans always look for, balance. But this isn't about the sort of balance where you're mediating or trying to where you're mediating or trying to harmonize. This is about finding the internal balance, right? And I've got to be honest with you, this week, Libra, I feel like there's something to do with your moral compass. I feel like a lot of you are presented with something this week that creates a bit of a moral dilemma. It could be that somebody divulges something to you. It could be that you witness something. It could be this week that you see something and you think to yourself, do you know what, that's actually not right and somebody should do something. You very well could be that someone this week. You could be that saving grace. You could be that person that that witnesses something this week and you think to yourself, do you know what, I can't stand idly by and allow this to happen. Now, usually the Temperance card is about spiritual alchemy. It's about the process of distillation. But this week I really feel like it's about not finding, because you have a moral compass, right? In fact, one of the things with Libra is they always want things to be good for everybody. The feeling that I get from this, though, you're going to have to find a balance this week between doing the right thing and, you know, making the tough call, making the difficult decision. So let's have a look. Let's see what it might relate to. Ooh, okay, I'm chucking my cards all over the place. Okay, and your direction card this week is... the Tower card, right? So it looks like this week you're going to have to call somebody out on some really inappropriate behavior. There could be a lot of difficult conversations happening this week. It could be that you catch somebody with their hand in the cookie jar, so to speak. I do feel like this is either going to be the partner of a friend. It could be a friend, who you see. There's somebody that you're catching in the act of doing something that is not quite right. It could be a work colleague. It could be there's something that you're seeing that is an injustice, right? The Temperance card suggests that there could be something of a legal slant to it because it represents represents Sagittarius, right? The sign of the law and all of those things. Then you've got the Tower card there, right? Which is you. It's you having that moment of feeling almost explosive in the way that you feel. You could see something and really kind of go to town and say, look, you know what? You are wrong. This is about you calling somebody out this week. You are not having any of it. It's almost like you're seeing an injustice this week and you're saying, you know what, I don't stand for that, so I'm going to have to do something or I'm going to have to say something. Even if that means just calling somebody out and saying to them, look, you know what, you need to come clean. It looks like you're really going in for it this week. So your insight card, what's going on here? And the Tower card doesn't relate to you. It relates to the possibly explosive discussion that you may have this week. So your insight card, what's coming in? You've got the King of Cups. Stay on top of your emotions this week, right? Deal with the facts. This is not a week for you to get tied up in how you feel. The reason being is because you may compromise your sure footing, right? Whatever that means to you. This week you've got to keep to the facts, right? Keep hold of your emotions, speak your truth, speak it loudly, but speak it clearly as well. Make sure that the content of what it is that you're trying to say is just as important as the way that you say it. Because if you just become a screaming harpy, You know, very often the squeaky wheel is the one that gets the oil, as they say. But this week it could have an adverse effect. It could just be, you know, people turn around and say, oh, you know what, they're just making noise for the sake of it. Make sure that the content of what you say is just as important as what it is that you feel is the right thing to do. All right. Failing that, you could stay out of it, but it kind of looks like you won't have a choice but to get involved this week. So, your word for the week ahead is... Your word for the week is contemplation, right? To contemplate, to take your time to look over something. Now, this is interesting because if you haven't seen it, check out the weekly general overview. It will kind of explain the kind of energy that's going to be taking place this week, and it will help you see where you fit into that grander scheme of things. All right, so contemplate this week. Take time to think over what it is that you have to say, to order your thoughts and order your words so that they have maximum impact. All right, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.